Howdy, howdy, howdy. Isn't that what Father Brad says? Well, hello, Visitation. I'm glad to be here with you today. I am going to talk to you about specifically about an event we have next Wednesday, the Supper Series. It returns. So the Faith Formation team has really missed providing this fun series where we have a simple supper together, and then we have some sort of either lecture, guest speaker, sometimes it's a movie. This time we are going to be using the new film series from Bishop Barron and his Word on Fire Institute, and it's on the Creed. So hopefully you've seen it in the bulletin. And we're really excited about this. We're going to do the first 3 lessons of this series this year, and then the next 3 lessons next year for our supper series. And Megan, are you a fan of Bishop Barron?
I am. I follow him on social media.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do.
A lot of people really love him. I always have my Bishop Barron spiel I have to give before showing something, but I'll do that on Wednesday, But, if you do know Bishop Barron, he is a philosopher, he is a great theologian, he is an excellent teacher and educator. He does such a good job at explaining the faith. And so I'm really excited about breaking open the creed that we say every Sunday. After the homily, we all stand up together and make this profession of faith that has been around for centuries. When I say centuries, I'm talking like 1700 years. We Christians have been saying this proclamation of our faith. And it's also something that we share with other Christians. So it's also a point of unity, potential unity as well. So I'm really looking forward to breaking this open. The first lesson is just looking at the words, I believe. Okay, that's what our whole topic on Wednesday is going to be. What does it mean to say, I believe? I believe in God. And so Bishop Barron does a really great job at just looking at that word. First of all, I. We used to say we believe, by the way. So he'll talk a little bit about that in the film. What does it mean when we say we believe in something versus I believe? Right now the church is using the phrasing, I believe. But we used to say we believe. Do you remember that, Megan?
I think I do.
Yeah, and the change. So it kind of gets me confused sometimes still at Mass when I stand up and say the creed. But we'll talk about that on Wednesday. And doors will open at 6:15 in Ty Hall. We'll have a simple supper prepared by Mark Blank. He makes some yummy soup options and salad and some rolls, and he always has some desserts for us. And the Faith Formation team will be there to help with our discussion. We'll begin the film. It's about 45 minutes. We'll begin it at exactly 6:30 so that we have plenty of time for discussion in the end. And we'll be looking at a few questions together at our tables. We'll be talking about that very question about what does it mean when we say we believe versus I believe, and when is it appropriate to say either one. And then we'll be talking about how can this creed help us have conversations with other Christians who proclaim the same faith, but also with people who aren't religious. And how can we talk to them about what it means to believe in God? It's not always what we might think it means to say I believe. So I'm hoping that it will generate some great discussion among us ourselves and give us some language to go out into the world and to share the good news with people. And just some really great fellowship, and good to have some meals together again, I think. So that's my spiel about the creed. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you'll all join us. If you are a parent of a 5th grader over the school, I know that they spend the whole year learning about the creed. So if you're a 5th grade parent, you might consider coming on Wednesday nights. If you have some non-Catholic Christians in your family, this would be a great place for you to find some common ground with each other. And yeah, I hope to see you there on Wednesday. So now Megan and I talked about going over some other things coming up. So jump in, Megan. Am I missing anything?
You've got the bulletin,
I've
but
got
I'll
the bulletin.
jump in if I think of anything.
No, you have the photographic memory, so.
Okay.
You do. It's pretty amazing. We have another open RCIA session next Tuesday, and it's one of the favorite lessons that people
I
go
wish
to.
I could attend. I have another meeting here that
Do
night.
you? Oh, maybe you can pop up and check us out. So Steve Engler, you all know who he is, will be here giving a tour of this church. Now, Steve was in the middle of it all when we were doing the renovations of this church. What was that, 2004? So he knows why we did what we did in this church, why things are placed where they are. He'll talk about the artwork and just where things are and why we do what we do. And it's just a wonderful combination between a nice little tour of this beautiful sacred space we have, and then of course he injects Steve Engler style theology and spirituality into it. So we'll have our RCI candidates that you can meet that night, and then I hope you'll join us for that too. So we'll begin that here in the church at 6 o'clock. And let's see, we have, I believe Chris is doing another confirmation session next Sunday, right, at noon. And so we'll see the teenagers there next week, downstairs in Ty Hall. We've got, I know you all can read the bulletin yourself, but oh, if you have not been following what the Racial Justice Committee is doing in the bulletin during the month of November, which of course is the month that we remember those who are in the communion of saints, those who are still present with us, even though they have fallen asleep or died and are in heaven. And it's also Black Catholic History Month. So Racial Justice Committee have been doing this wonderful series talking about some of our American Catholics who are up for sainthood, who are Black Catholics, African Americans who are up for sainthood right now, being considered by the Vatican. So Larry Galat is writing this. Larry Galat is a studious man. He has been doing a wonderful job writing the biographies of some of these people who are up for sainthood during the month of November. We have Santa painting starting next Thursday. And then I think I'll be here on Sunday for painting it with hopefully my sister and my mom, and I'm looking forward to that.
One of my favorite things, painting my Santa. I'm a terrible painter,
do you
but
know what the new
still think
Santa?
it's fun.
You're a terrible painter?
It's one of those things that they told me, though. This is a Women of Biz event, and years ago they told me, it doesn't matter, you don't have to be talented, just come. You can do the antiquing process, and it's very forgiving, and so I tried it.
And they lied.
And I did pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I come back every year and add to my collection.
Yeah.
It's one of my
You're
favorite.
like, oh, I am talented.
It's one of my favorite Viz traditions. So
Yeah. Do you know what this Santa is, or is it a surprise?
this year you have the option. We have our new chairperson for Santa painting. She's ordered some different Santas.
Oh.
They're not all the same, but they're also, we have inventory from previous years. So if you missed one along the way, if you've been doing it but you missed one along the way, it's just first come, first serve, pick the one you want.
Fun. I love that event. That's great. And then I think that those are kind of our really upcoming ones. Am I missing anything, Megan?
The Mothers of Young Children
Mothers of
gathering
Young Children. That is next Thursday.
Next Thursday also, yeah.
At 6 p.m., 6 to 8 p.m. in Ty Hall. Oh, that's going to be fun. You're going to be making festive holiday potpourri that you can keep one for yourself and give away as a gift.
Yeah.
And that'll be really nice. That'll be a nice, relaxing, fun fellowship evening for some mothers of young children. A little time to get away and spend time with each other. So, well, thanks for your patience with me, as I don't have Father Brad here to make it interesting. But that's all. Thanks for your attention. I always appreciate it.
Bye, everyone.